what the extreme high-end player pros are going to do here. But look at this. Here we go. We are off. Our first match of season 4 of the Snapdragon Pro Series is underway. 50 Thieves set an Gator, and it looks like he's breaking out a super barge, going after that big blimp value. And you can see he's got the clones and the visibility to set it up here and try to get as much of this base down as he can, Bash.
I expect we'll see quite a bit of this. We saw it a lot in Worlds, but I think this is a pretty favorite attack of a lot of NA players, as if you can get that value from your blimp where you're going to have the super archers inside that blimp and they're going to clone them up, you can really set up a really nice attack. And it looks like Gator's just going to look to take out this compartment here with the Eagle, maybe try to get these couple of scatter shots, and then we'll run those super barbarians all the way through with the heroes to try to swing around and grab that town hall. This is a little bit of a risky approach, but when done right, this often leads to 3 stars.
I like that he's hitting the scatter shot on his path for the arrows to go through the scatter and hit the explode behind it. Really good value of that, but also he takes out the clan castle. Holy value out of that one. He never drew the clan castle out to begin with, and now he got it dealt with completely, or I guess there's a couple archers floating around, but that was some very serious value. And most notably right there, he did not use the warden into that blimp. So now the warden can support the heroes, and he's even got an apprentice warden as well that he can probably toss to the royal champions. So dual warden, apprentice, and master trying to get it done here as they make their way through the town hall.
And look at all that pathing you guys set up here. He basically took out that whole bottom section of the base, so the heroes are going to go exactly where Gator wants here. Queen's going to go ahead and follow that Electro Titan and get a little bit of tanking out front. Wallbreaker's the Queen out, so she can go ahead and follow the King in here. King does have to fight through the enemy King, the Mono, and the Town Hall, but the path is really well defined.
Yeah, pop that King ability, Barrett with the ward ability as he comes out of the freeze. Ice Golem's freezing up into the Town Hall area. The King steps in. Monolith is locked onto the King there, but he's got a lot of protection for the ward ability. He surges his way into the Monolith. If he takes it down there before he goes down, that'd be fantastic. And he does. Really, really good value to the King, keeping the Queen protected. The World Champion is still moving in down to the bottom there. Apprentice Warden assisting. He's got, did he have headhunters there? Probably, but he did get the defensive Queen out of the way there, and he's looking pretty solid here to the backside. And yeah, there we go. 50 Thieves, the underdog in this match, starting off strong here with the super barge.
Yeah, this is crushed by Gator. A beautiful entry, a beautiful super archer blimp, and it sets the tone early. It's going to be a 100% 3-star for Gator, and this is what you want to do. Poison, and that's really what you're looking for. Spiz is going to be in next, and it looks like we got a straight up Electro Dragon attack. This one is pretty straightforward. You're going to do a little bit of funneling and just full send towards the Town Hall. Right now does have that battle blimp selected. Sometimes you'll see a battle blimp, sometimes you'll see a stone slammer. We'll have to see if Spiz does stick with this battle blimp, and with this entry I would like to think that he probably will. But look at this, Eric, kind of using a couple of E-Dregs surgically on the outside here to take out that Igor artillery. Also pulls out a ton of traps.
I think he made a little bit of a miscalculation there. The balloons that he had with the E-Drags were taking down the Eagle Artillery. I think he wanted to chain through the Eagle Artillery and hit that multi-inferno there. So he lost a little bit of value there, but a good initial chains to get the air defense down early and get the protection. But the blimp will sail in, will go secure the Town Hall with the Rage, and I think he got the Tornado Trap out of the way on the right side by that multi-inferno. So it wasn't a wasted amount of value over there. And as long as the E-Drags can get in the very, very core of the base, get the Monolith and the Clan Castle down, he should be in a good spot here. And I want you to notice that he did not get much of a Clan Castle pull here, so there are a lot of troops that are still inside of it that will only come out if the heroes go into range. So to be very, very mindful of that, and extra spells invested into that area would have been useful, but he's not able to get the punch with the E-Drags that he's looking for, and they're falling a bit short, and that means our underdog team may very likely start with the lead if he can't find a way to pull us back.
Yeah, those Electro Dragons, the funnel wasn't amazing there on that 12 to 3 o'clock side, that top right side of the base. So the E-Drags kind of struggled and spread it out, and it is going to be a triple Ice Golem CC in there. You want those Electro Dragons to take down that Clan Castle building so those troops don't come out, but since it wasn't, now he's going to fight off some Ice Golems, which are going to hold these heroes up in some really heavy damage area. That Royal Champion goes down, and then the Expo is going to go over and lock on the Queen, and that's going to be a lot of trouble here for Spiz.
Yeah, he's not going to make it 3. He'll go ahead and freeze, but the freeze probably should have been on the Expo there. The Expo is actually hitting the Queen here. The Queen's not even going over the scatter shot. Yeah, there was I think it was overall a pretty good plan here, but the E-Drags needed to stay a little bit more clumped together to surge in and get the Monolith and the Clan Castle down. If the E-Drag...
This Super Barbarian meta is very strong, and it's going to be JZ600 next, and it looks like we're going to have another Electro Dragon attack, maybe a little Queen charge into Electro Dragons. I don't see that a ton, but with the recall spell, you can really set this up nicely.
Yeah, you're gonna put the Queen on the bottom side of the quarter there and then wall break into the air defense. But we do have the Tesla farm right there, and if he intends to enter into the Town Hall compartment, take the Town Hall, take out an air defense, and then recall the Queen out of there to be deployed somewhere else there, and I don't know where we go exactly, but probably get the other side of the funnel, then he could definitely set this up nicely. But the Tesla farm definitely could cause some problems. He's trying to react to it right now, sends in a couple balloons to go pick up one of the Teslas, and hopefully that gets the Queen to take the turn here, and if she goes in, then he is on track and he's recovered. It looks like he's got it under control here, Bash.
Yeah, I thought she would go in there, but you never know. Well, actually, you can't predict it. The rule of three, it's pretty predictable here. But sometimes, you know, a little skeleton, all it takes is one little distraction. The Queen can go walking on you. She's going to go ahead and pull this in. Ooh, goes ahead and puts in that additional healer. With the recall spell, he might not get that healer out here. Oh, wait. Unicorn went down. Yeah, good recognition there. So since the Unicorn went down, he was able to pull out that last healer as well. Good call.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a little extra healing there, probably would have been fine either way, but it looks like the Slammer is going to take the inside path towards a single Inferno. It would probably worth a freeze right there, I would imagine. There's a couple of the Clan Castle troops going out as well, but it's going to drop out balloons and a Dragon Rider into the single Inferno. Got that under control. Up on the E-Drags, got the rage and the freezes, giving them the protection that they need. And once again, we recalled the Queen before we got into the Clan Castle rage, but this time we had Headhunters and Super Minions, so you're not really worried about the Clan Castle takedown itself. The Monolith is the bigger deal right now, and he lost all those E-Drags really early, and the World Champion passed up the Queen right now. He kind of just needs to heal as a transfer to the World Champion, and he does get that transfer. Ooh. But now he needs to keep her alive.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but with the rage spell there, it's going to go ahead and heal that Royal Champion up. She's being healed up. Queen's going to go ahead and get in, tuck in there behind the King. And with King, Queen, and Queen have an ability, this has got a chance. There's still a lot of tough base left, but it's not written off yet as JZ600's looking to fight through here, fight through the Seven Queen. Scatter shots in there as well. Percent is looking pretty solid, and they already have that lead, so wants to at least maintain and get a little bit higher than the last attack.
Yeah, look at the clock, though. 30 seconds to go. The Queen's getting overwhelmed by this Expo. Still under rage. Still taking scatter shot fire, but she gets the scatter shot down. She steps through. Come on, Queen, sustain. She's trying to stay alive there, but she does go down. But the percentage, what were we looking at in the last percentage there? Because looks like this one is going to surpass it, and so they're gonna sustain a percentage advantage, but it does leave the door open as Burger Boss gets it done here. And an interesting fact, Burger Boss was one of the youngest players in Clash of Clans esports when he played out in Poland a couple of seasons ago. So as well. So very interesting. But now moving over to the side here, it is Anthony, one of those animated players in North American esports. I can't wait till we get player cameras in the later stages of the season here, and we get to see Anthony, or maybe on a stage. That would be even better. You know, always love to see Anthony and see what we can do here. But this one, he's breaking out Recall and Super Bowlers as he's just going in, by the looks of it, to go take the Town Hall down. A couple of tests popping there, but I think he's okay with the pathing here as long as the Queen goes in. Yeah, the Tesla actually helped the... He's fine. The Tesla actually helped the pathing, get the Queen to redirect to the left there. She will step in. She can take the Town Hall, and then I would assume, Bash, that he takes the Town Hall and then recalls out. He probably doesn't want to push the Queen in the Monolith and takes that extra damage, and it also costs him a lot of time to go in all the way there as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Once this Town Hall down, we should see that recall come in. Looks like he's setting up some pathing over here on the left-hand side with that baby dragon, so perhaps going to throw the Queen over there and then push everything through the middle. Or actually, he might even just pull the Queen out and just kind of put her on the outside of this wall and then set the path there right through the middle of the base.
Yeah, exactly. But now the Queen's under danger. Cost him a minute and 15 seconds.
Anthony,
Okay,
recall.
okay. He's taking a little bit of risk right there, but he does recall out and drops the Siege Barracks over the corner. He'll begin his push in with the King, and the Siege Barracks troops working on the outside. But that was very, very expensive on time to set that up there. I'm surprised he didn't put the Warden with the Queen Walk to speed it up a little bit, especially if he's just gonna redirect outside of the wall. So he could have safely transferred the healers over there if he wanted to. And the biggest thing I'm worried about is not what he has in force, but what he has on the clock.
Agreed. This attack moves pretty well, but with like half the attack done before you really get the Super Bowlers in, especially with that triple Ice Golem Clan Castle, which is going to be essentially 3 freezes on your troops. It is very, very tough, but he does have those rage spells down. It looks like the healers do transfer over. There goes the Warden ability to protect. He does have some nice jumps through the back end of this base. Mono goes down, so he's starting to move and cook through here. It just needs everything to kind of marry together here and finish this base off. But there is still quite a bit of base as he's getting close to that 60%, which means 40% left in 45 seconds. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, Queen's kind of isolated from the rest of the group there. She's not getting any healing right now. She lost her unicorn. She steps to the wall there. She engages the defensive Queen, and because she lost her ability earlier on to the Monolith, she's not able to get through the defensive Queen. But the other troops surge in, take the opening that she opened up, and he's got 30 seconds to close out. He's got an RC ability. He's got cleanup work at the right side. He's got extra cleanup still on standby right now, but the RC has a lot of ground to cover here, Bash. I don't think you have the time to finish it. If only... I feel like he would have done this. I feel like he would have got it done if he just sped things up with the Warden with the Queen, and he decided not to, and it looks like it's going to cost him more time than he has here.
No. 3 seconds remaining. He's got the defenses down, but it's going to be a 97% time fail for... Want to just keep getting that value. Why pull her out? Sun Tzu's in next, and it looks like we're going to have another super archer into barbarians here, or maybe we could see minions. I think this would be super minions. Here we go with the double clone. We don't see a lot of double clone with the super minions, but this could be pretty nice. It's a big investment, but let's see if it pays off for Sun Tzu as he gets started here.
Now, one of the downsides of this is he's not going to get the Clan Castle pulled for the ground troops, at least. He's got a couple archers that were able to come out of there, but he needs to figure out what else is in there, and he needs to deal with it. But he does get the funnel formed. He did not have to invest in Warden, and if you're going to use either the Super Archer or the Super Minion Blimp, you need to take either the Town Hall or the Eagle Artillery. Then the next priority is once your heroes start in, we're trying to get the one that did not go down. So since he got the Town Hall, now he's go to the Eagle Artillery, and there are a couple buildings on the very, very interior of the base that are going to be a little bit difficult to get to, specifically the Multi-Inferno right below the Clan Castle. But he's got a couple wall breaks here, and he'll start to drop them in now. One into the Arch Tower, getting another one of the Expo. He's kind of a weird path for the wall breakers, but it looks like they'll get the job done, and he can make his transition, but he will not have a jump to be able to go into the other multis on the opposite side of the base. And so the back-end Rage Tower Expo area is going to be a very, very dangerous spot for him as he wraps around.
Very nice wall breakers through there, but you're right, the heroes are going to have to weave in and out of here. And as that Rage Tower, look, that Rage Tower is getting ready to go off there on the back side. Remember, once that goes off, those bows, the scatter shot, that multi-target Inferno, it's going to be dealing double damage, and that's so tough to manage with the heroes. They can take a lot of damage, but when you're dealing double damage from some of the heaviest hitting defenses in the game, it is very tough to overcome, and they're kind of stuck right here as a Royal Champion comes in to support from the top side.
Yeah, he delayed the ward ability a really long time there. Like, he burned the king ability, did all the barbarians searching around there, and he never popped the ward ability with the king. And we talked about that in the previous stack there, and that is honestly a very big problem for right now. As he goes to the Rage Tower, the Expo is hammered away there at the queens and forced her to ability here very, very quickly, and he still has to get through the defensive road champion. He's not going to have the punch here, so that means that 50 Thieves is going to leave a lot of the board here, and is going to give the opportunity for Dark Force to be able to level out the score here, and depending on where this percentage lands here, potentially take the lead. I'm not sure where the percentage is going to sit here. I'm seeing a 7% difference between the teams, which would be a 35 building split. So 50 Thieves will sustain their percentage advantage if my quick math is correct there.
Yeah, they're still up on percent for sure, but Leaves the door open here, and Granny Clash is going to look to slam that door shut with a Twin Hog Queen Charge attack here. So Queen Charge and the Twin Hogs is very, very solid on these little anti 3-star style bases. Little corner teasers where you can charge the Queen in there, take out the Town Hall, maybe even pull up the Clan Castle with a Hog or something. He can really set this up really nicely. No recalls in here, and notice this is really interesting for a Hog attack, but with the Twin Hogs you can do this. You don't bring heals, you just bring all rages to support the Queen Charge, but also to rage those Hogs as you get going.
Yeah, I'm always a big fan of Twin Hogs over regular Hogs. Synthe from Navi was talking to me when we were out at the World Championship, and he's talking about how just if you run all regular Hogs there, you're running so much of a dangerous position because, and he's the Hog Master himself, so I'll take it. So everything he says there is gold. But he says like a single missed scatter shot on a rage there, and you lose the entire pack there. But Twin Hogs with the Super Hog Riders can definitely take a lot more heat, and they can keep your World Champion safe. And he is going to split north onto the base there and go all the way up into the scatter shot, and then wrap around. And we will need to get the Town Hall down here, and right now it's looking like probably the king to the Town Hall, I guess here. That seems like the most sensible thing here, to take the Town Hall down for relatively cheap while the queen just kind of wanders away from it.
Yeah, I thought for sure the Queen would get in there, but unfortunately she does not. He's getting some really nice wall breaks to keep that Queen moving through. Well, I guess those wall breaks are more interior. She's on the exterior, so Granny Clash are struggling, going to look to bring this back. But with the Twin Hogs, or the Super Hogs rather, excuse me, remember when they get taken out, they're going to split into a Super Rider and a Super Hog. That Super Hog will continue on to attack defenses. The Super Rider will then
King,
go on to attack anything.
King,
King's
getting
coming back. He's
distracted. No, he's not. He's stuck on ground skellies and archers, and his ice golems coming his way. He goes invisible.
Oh, that was tough. That was tough. But now, like, we've got a pretty nice path set up here for these Hogs to run through.
Yeah, that was very dangerous there. He's distracted very heavily, but the invisibility also not only protected him, but also was able to make the troops that were distracted him go invisible as well. And so a very, very nice save. And like you said, the Queen is kind of off track here, but he gets to the core of the base here. The Ice Golems are going to intercept his Road Champion. Queen still has her ability, though. Balloons on the right side. It's kind of dwindling out right now, though. Like, if he got the Queen to go inside there, then he would have been in a much better position, because she would be able to go get that multi-inferno dealt with, and then the skeleton spell that he put down to protect the king would have actually been able to distract the monolith properly. But that monolith lockout of the king there early definitely caused some problems there, and the Queen wandered off there, compounded that significantly. But it does look like it's going to be on the defense, and right now 50 Thieves is holding very, very strong on defense, and they're kind of shutting Dark Forest down here. They need to figure something out here to get some triples on the board, otherwise this underdog team is going to knock them down to the lower bracket. So keeping his head cool there, keeps it under control, and now we pass it over to 50 Thieves as they go for mass super dragons. Just a lot of balloons, a lot of rage, a bit spammy, and we'll see if we can get it done.
Hey, nothing wrong with spam if it works, Eric. Let's see what Prototype Ends has for us here. This is almost like you would see like a traditional Electro Dragon attack going in. Just tons of balloons and then tons of spells, drop the troops in and pop that Warden ability and work through the base. Now really you want these super dragons and balloons to kind of push through the middle of the base and allow those heroes to kind of work on the outside and support and finish off. Clan Castle is going to be dealt with here, as well as that super dragon push through. Town Hall is down. It's a pretty strong push. The one concern I have right now, well, he has a Royal Champion over there. I was going to say the Eagle Artillery side, but it also looks like that Stone Slammer might get there.
No, this is looking really, really good here. Spell placement all the way through the base here has been absolutely on point. The freeze is coming down right at the highest value positions, able to get them with the dragons covered by the rages in the most important spots. Like, the overall spell placement here is really what made this one as powerful as it is. It is absolutely knocked out of the park. The World Champion, the Queen, going to survive to the end, and even with the Diggy still getting stuns, it is completely crushed. Prototype and makes quick work of this base.
Look at the time, Eric.
Yeah, I know.
Half on this attack. That's insane, bro. Wow, Prototype's coming in with, you called it a little bit spammy, but I mean, if you can crush a
Let's dive into the next one. Let's see if Burger Boss can get it done. I talked him up a little bit earlier. Burger Boss, one of the youngest player in the North American Clash of Clans esports scene, and definitely did well when he played out in Poland a couple seasons ago. And so we're looking to see if he can save this team here, save Dark Force from going down a low bracket and somehow pull this war back. But like you said, they are in desperate need of a triple right now. They cannot fall 2 stars behind. So the pressure's on, and this is when your players need to deliver. This is when you prove yourself that you belong in the next phase of the tournament.
All right, Burger Boss going with the Zap Titans, and most of the time, we're going to see this Flinger go for the Town Hall. I'm a little bit worried because here comes the Test Hog. If there are Teslas, that's what I'm worried about. If there's more Teslas down there, it could pull that Flinger more to the left-hand side. Remember, the Monolith, Expos, and Mortars are one of the few defenses that are going to outrange the Flinger. Ooh, but it looks like that Flinger is going to step up. He wants that Flinger to go to the Town Hall, so that's something to keep an eye on as these Electro Titans getting going in here. And look at this Jolly hero set here. We got the Jolly skins on all of the heroes, getting ready for the holiday season. Love it, Burger Boss. Titans are in. Let's see this push through the base.
Nice freeze right there on the defensive queen there, making sure none of the heroes go to ability early. Preserve until the Ice Golems take the lead here and freeze up the core of the base here, but the queen getting very, very low HP right now. She needs to not go to ability, needs to pop the ward ability soon. Nope, I can't tell. I'm watching her health there and see if she's going to be needed to pop her ability or not. Always dangerous when she's right at that low, but the Flame Flinger, like you mentioned, is going to reach the multi-inferno, but it still needs to reach the Town Hall, and he's kind of banking his entire war on that, and he needs that Town Hall to go down, and that needs to be his next target. It's very low on HP. Bash going to be close.
Yeah, it's gonna go. Remember, those fire spirits will deal additional damage as they're on the ground there, so he doesn't necessarily need to get it all the way down. I don't see any builder huts around there, so if he can get a few volleys from the Flame Flinger, I think he'll be okay. Queen pops her ability. The Titans are gonna be stuck here in this compartment, which that could be all right, but you got to keep an eye on time. Does need a little bit of cleanup over there on the right-hand side. The Flinger will have just enough, I think, to get this Town Hall down, especially with Rocket Loons coming out to finish it off. Even if those Rocket Loons weren't there, I think the Town Hall would have still went down. But now it's all on these Titans who kind of struggle on walls. 30 seconds. This is going to be tight.
I was watching that Expo there as the Rocket Blues landed on top of it, and the Expo is going to continue hammering away onto the Titans here with the World Champions in, and they have a lot of HP here. He's still got the Rage, but we still have the Monolith and the Defensive King on the backside. He's definitely got his work cut out for him. Time is ticking away here. He had to put the World Champion and starter in, but the World Champion to get wrecked here. He's out of time. Bash.
No, it's high fail.
They're looking to go down to the lower bracket. This underdog team is completely shutting down Dark Force here. It's just a team of seasoned veterans. Ropes here, and now we get to see them just secure victory as we go in for their last attack. All they need is a 2-star. If they hit 12 stars here, then they got it locked in. If they surpass that and go to 13, then we know that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with as the season continues on. But Logan, like you said, is in with the Super Bart. Just going to go to the Town Hall. Slammer. All right. Okay. Well, that feels a little bit risky here. But I think they'll deliver it close enough.
With archers or minions in there, I think he should be fine. Pulling something a little bit different out of the playbook. I'm very familiar with Logan as he's a former member of my clan. He's one of the most creative players I've ever met, doing fun stuff like this. Clan capital enthusiast, and he knows what he needs to do here, Eric, to get this victory. He sets it up nicely. The Super Archer is going to go ahead and drop in, get that Town Hall down. First star is secured. Remember, a 2-star wins this war for 50 Thieves, but we know, Eric, players want to go for triples.
They do. He didn't go for the highest value Super Archer bomb, though.
Agreed.
He looked like he played it very, very conservatively, and that is a strength of this attack here, is that you can adjust it to be very, very safe if necessary. And honestly, at this point, there's no point in trying to take some risk and sending a blimp all the way across the base into a double sweeper. Like, it just seems like that would be an unnecessary risk there when you're in such a big lead. So now we can just walk in another 20% here. He's gonna get it almost effortlessly here, especially with all the super barbs still on standby. But ward ability protects the king, and once again the king protected under the ward ability gets insane amounts of value there. Also protecting the queen. Queen under the warded ability is able to get the protection that she needs. She can step all the way in, and if necessary, she can pop her ability, get the monolith and the clan castle and the scatter shot. There's so much value right there, Batch. This is completely under control right now, and there it is. The win is locked in as he crosses 50% there, and Dark Force is going to be sent packing down to lower bracket.
One thing you talked about, and I noticed on almost every single attack in the World Championships, is once that king ability, if the heroes are diving into a base, once that king ability goes off and those barbarians spawn, you pop that warden ability to get that extra value. That's something huge that I think some of the players here in NA should take note of and kind of add to their arsenal. You mentioned it earlier, Eric. It almost adds like a second win to that king's ability, which is really nice. But Logan does what he needs. I almost wonder, let me play the Eric card here. I wonder if he needed more if he runs a blimp into that eagle compartment, kind of similar to what we saw earlier in the war from Gator, where he set up really nicely, but he didn't have to. So we'll just be left to wonder, as this one's going to work up into the mid 80s, and it's going to be a victory for 50 Thieves.
Very nicely done. I feel like the highest value blimp position on the space here actually would have been on top of that Expo over on the far right there, still standing, because then he could have been able to reach a ton of value over there.
Or go get the victory, rather. Sir Will is going to look to finish this one up for Dark Force, and this was an attack we saw a lot at the World Champions as well. Queen charge into Super Barbs.
Absolutely. And I do think that when you're playing in like the comfort of your home, you're playing from your couch, when you're on these early stages of the tournament, then you're going to be a lot more able to be able to have the forethought to be able to change your plan there on the fly and switch armies as necessary. But I think when the teams get into the end stages of the tournament, once they reach the finals and you're playing on stage in front of like you're playing at a DreamHack or a PAX event or something like that, that's when it becomes a lot more difficult to start trying to make changes on the fly right there, because you're just there's so much more going on around you. You know, it gets really chaotic. So you definitely need to be able to adjust and adapt, and they were able to do that here. But Sir Will able to set up this initial approach here for the queen. She got the town hall already down there with that blimp, and it was a pretty heavy investment there, but we see this setup here quite often. We use the ward ability, we use a bunch of troops there under the ward ability and the blimp to go in and secure the town hall and clear out the edge of the base there all the way to where the blimp secures that town hall takedown, and that removes everything in that area, pulls the CC, we fight the CC in safety, and then we can just wrap the queen into it. Use that as our funneling point there. So the queen is under very little damage, and then she can just walk her way forward here, and it does set up a relatively easy queen charge, a lot more manageable than just going in with a bunch of defenses shooting at you from every different direction.
He pushes this queen really far into the base, using 3 wall breakers all at once to make sure he opens up that monolith and the eagle artillery compartment, looking to push through and fight. Ooh, nice invis there. But the healers take a little bit of a shot, but really he's fine. This is a really strong push here for Sir Will. The king's going to go ahead and join up with the royal champion. Watch that Tesla farm up top, especially as this rage tower is getting ready to go off. A lot of damage in there, but he still has plenty of super barbs to support these heroes as they push through the final leg of this attack. Might be a little too late on this attack if they do get the 3-star, but Eric, you know my favorite word in these tournaments, momentum. You want to build that momentum going into the lower bracket and try to finish strong.
Yeah, because if you go down to the lower bracket, then you're knocked out of the competition as a whole. Remember, we have 2 teams that have already qualified through to challenge, but we have 6 spots and 16 teams competing for them for the other spots for challenge. So you gotta hold together here. In this case, not really looking too hot there with that defense. Oh, look at that, the RC ability! It's the queen and takes her out there, clears the way, and that'll get him through.
Oh, man,
I don't see that very often. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was maybe the nicest seeking shield skip we've ever seen. Sir Will get